The great thing about Sian is that although she's when she's working, she's absolutely focused, and when she's not working, it's like having the weather indoors. So it's raining and there's a storm and the sun's come out and then everything is going on at once, and then it's hailing in the kitchen and it's raining in the bathroom and there's sun shining in the bedroom, and it's a kind of she's everywhere at once and can't focus at all.
Raining.
Unless she's singing or writing. There's usually a period in the evening where, like maybe 2 glasses of wine, and she has a moment of calm, and then everything is settled, and there's an easy moment before 3 glasses of wine, and it all starts up again. The next year is going to be quite exciting. We've just got ourselves a new agent. After we played at Glastonbury a couple of weeks ago, which was a sensational gig. I think that was the first. We've only played 3 or 4 gigs with this band, so we've got a relatively new bass player, drummer, piano player, and it feels like it's finally sticking together. And we did 2 shows on the same day at Glastonbury, and it felt like being in a band for the first time. And we all went out afterwards and sat around a fire and drank whiskey and slapped each other on the back and said how great it felt. But it feels like a real thing now, and it means that we're actually going to go back and re-record some of the album that we're recording already. That should be ready for mostly mixed. We're probably going to go back over some of it, but it should be ready by the autumn and hopefully released before Christmas. So that's the big thing, is the record. But on the back of the shows at Glastonbury, we've got a new agent, which will take care of some more shows out here and some the rest of Europe and over England. So yeah, we're going to be busy.
I think we started playing together March 2014, and we did some shows in London, June, July of that year. We've done a few in the UK as well this year, recording the album, of course. It's a really mutual relationship. Everything is very equal, which is the way that it should be when you're making music, because then when we go into the studio, when we're rehearsing, there's a number of different influences and genres always impacting at the same time with what we're doing. So when we're in the studio, when we're working on material, it's always a very interactive experience, which is good, because a lot of artists, a lot of singers, it's okay, so let's go into the studio, this is what you have to play, learn this, go in, play that. So you go in, you play that, you take your money, you go home, and that's it. But with Sian, you go in and you'll spend a day, a couple of days there, and you'll be workshopping and going through the process, and then eventually, slowly, you'll end up with something. Probably after a few beers, and you're a bit annoyed because you're tired, you've been there all day, and eventually you'll get to a point where you sit down and go, "That's it, that's the one. On that tune, that's the vibe, that's the one." So it's great. It's very rewarding experience.
Two years ago, we were introduced by the sax player who plays in my band, James Gardner-Bateman, and he plays piano also with Sian. He's known Sian for many years. They've been good friends for a long time. So he introduced me and Chris Draper, the drummer, to Sian, and as soon as we met, we were good friends, and this project just took off very quickly. So it's been a really fun thing for all of us to be involved with. I'm a jazz musician. I've always been listening to jazz. My parents are jazz musicians, and my mum is an opera singer as well. So I've always been involved in more classical jazz-related things. But when James said to us, "Come and play with our friend Sian, it's good music," I said, okay. So she invited me to her house. She said, "Come to my house for a day, we'll play some music, I'll make some food, we'll hang out." And I came, and she said, "All right, let's do the first song." And I went, "Oh, I know this song." And then the second song, I was like, yeah, I know this song as well. So it's all, I wasn't following it, but it's all songs that I knew, I'd heard somewhere, and they're such well-written songs that they get in your ear. I don't know, do you have the word in Russian, earworm? Meaning it gets in your ear and you can't get it away. When you hear a song and you wake up the next morning and you're still hearing it, and all of her songs are like that. We do a concert and 3 weeks later I wake up singing, "I'm coming home know, I'm like, damn it, that Sean song again. It stays in your head, you know, and that's the sign that it's a really good song. If you're still thinking about it, it's a really good song. It stays with you. So she's a great songwriter, and that's what made me love this project and want to be a part of it.
I was familiar with Kosheen and also the work she'd done with some other musicians that I know from Wales in the UK, where I'm from. Sian is well known throughout that area as a really good singer. So it was really good to be asked to be able to play. As a professional musician, you end up doing lots of gigs for finance. You end up doing lots of gigs because people ask you to play, and obviously you love playing, etc. But I think in this particular instance, the actual music here is something that I really enjoy playing, and not only that, I also have freedom to actually play what I want. So within this band and within this expression of what these songs are, I'm also be able to create something personal and also be able to create my own sound from the piano relative to the music. And that's not something that happens all the time when you do sessions, because quite often people ask you to play certain things or play certain parts. But here is very much a case of what can you do with this or what can you do with that, and how can what you play help and shape and mould and create a finished sound. So I think it's kind of what's kind of nice about it is that the five of us come together to create something quite unique, and that unique voice and that unique sound is able to be played when we're together. So it's I enjoy it. It's good.
I'd like to try one more day.
Yeah.
This one, Dimitri, my lovely Danny boy. Yeah. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes. This one has some delays on it, okay? So I'll trigger them like this. I'll trigger them like this. Look.
16, right?
No, just a nice, gentle kind of. Just listen and tap it in, okay?
It's going to be a beautiful experience. It's how I've wanted to hear these songs for a very long time. You know, they were written in this deconstructed way, in this unplugged way. And I love the double bass. I love the jazz influence. Jazz was a big part of my early youth. And I never really thought that I was a jazz singer, you know. I'm not a jazz singer. I can't be that good, you know. I'm not that technical to be a jazz singer. But to work with jazz musicians, it just brings another dimension to the music. And I know that you're going to love it. And I do. I love it. I'm very hard on myself. I listen to my songs and sometimes they're just perfect, you know. The ones that are the most effortless are the ones that are the most perfect. And I think it's that effortlessness that creates a hit. It's a language that is so open that you can have your own translation in it. It's a chorus that just makes you want to repeat it. It's like a nursery rhyme, like a spell. Like a witch would make a spell. That to me is a perfect chorus, because it stays and it goes around and it goes around in your head. If I'm drawn with it, if I'm taken by it, the lyrics flow and it comes together very easily, and it's almost like a surprise to me. It's like a channel is open to another world. You know, it doesn't feel like me. I don't feel like it's me and my stupidness and my awkwardness and my, you know, uncoolness. It's not me. It's something comes in and it just is. It's perfect. You know, it's like we channel something exquisite, and it's beyond our understanding. I'm a great observer. I like to think of myself a little bit as an anthropologist. I love people. I think we're fascinating. We're all bloody useless and we're all amazing all at the same time. And it's finding, you know, and also we're mirrors to each other. So if I watch a friend, you know, going through something in her life, I reflect that onto myself and I see where I've been through that. Do you know what I mean? We watch each other. I find that is my strongest influence. And my son, watching my son grow up. That has inspired me to write so many songs, because watching your child grow up, you relive your childhood. and you go through your development again. You look with fresh eyes upon yourself.